fact, this is not the aspect I wanted to see. Yes, this is it. Over 14,500,000 electronic research, e-journals, articles, full text, and etc. are available. Over 14 million. You can have access to over 14 million journals across the globe. It's a major knowledge center, because I believe that it is time now for us to build the Akpabio of the future to be competitive in the global world. I don't want to speak much, but just to let you know that things have changed tremendously. Outside education, if I speak a little on the infrastructure we call health, roads, I normally tell a story of Cardinal Lekanen Road in Ikadekone. 1 kilometer of road. For 39 years, we had planted in the center of the road. Is there anybody who witnessed that from me? Yes, you did? I thank God, yeah, you will tell them. So I was coming in from Aba one day in the night, about 10 o'clock, and I entered that road. I think I fell asleep, then suddenly I woke up. I saw street lights. I jumped up in the car and I shouted at the driver. I said, we're going to you. Where are you taking me to? Are you still going back inside for that question? And the man said, no, sir. We are in the I said, where is he? He said, can America never? I said, oh, dry bones shall rise. In a Temeko area, I went for campaign in 2007. It took me over 6 hours attempting to get out of a Temeko, particularly that water area, that river. There was no road. We got to Benin or somewhere, bidding by local government. Then we came back and we struggled with my team. At the time I worked in the car because I knew that the situation in the state was bad and I didn't know just how bad it was. I need to explain this to you people so that when you hear that the governor approached development with anger, you understand why I was angry. I was angry because I felt where we were in the 21st century was not where we ought to have been. So look at what you are seeing there. Commissioner, can you mention the routes that we are looking at now? That one is a Temeko Bridge, right? Huh? The one on the right, where is that? A Temeko Bridge, the old bridge. I wish you were close to it. The center one is which one? Can you see the plantain on the road? Many families fell from the plantain on that road. Well, if you come to Itam Junction, oh my God. You don't. I've been home recently. Have you been to Itam Junction? Yes. Were you not shocked? I go around the state. I don't want to. The former minister of housing is here. He said, the first shock I had that things had changed was when I went to the burial of Chief Asama Sam's mother in Eket. So I said, I told my driver, let's go with a jeep because I had gone there before. I think whether it was the mother that died before, and I went there and were swimming from one area to the other. Then this time the father died, and this was the governor now. So I went, and when I told the driver, please take a jeep because that road is terrible. We got to the venue, and he stopped. And I said, no, this is not the place. It was on a third road, and the racing chief appeared. I said, I thought you were burying your father in the village. He said, no, this is my village. Yes, Excellency, this is one of the roads that you have done. I said, what? So I had done about 49 brand new roads in Eket alone, and they are all completed and commissioned. I thought somebody would come for that. But you'll be surprised that all these things I'm telling you, those the Tom's lesson and their group. Look at that. Okay, come, doctor. I'm sure this one on the right hand side. You think this is New York? Am I right? No, leave it there now. right? My man, this in New York. That is real. You know, I made a joke. I said, this is how many of these places got their names. When you hear of Newcastle, New York, you know those places were called York before. I'm telling you, after they were transformed, the name changed to New York. So I said, by 2015, when I'm through with Akpabio, particularly New York, they will call it New York. Things are getting better. We haven't reached there yet. But things are getting better. Now, I want to show you another one. Oh, I wish. Do we have young children here? Because we are building this for them. Do we have young children in the crowd here? Can they just show their faces? Oh, may the Lord bless you, my kid. See that? You know why I'm mentioning that is that as a child, I used to be very ashamed when they call us land of pygmies, land of undeveloped people, and all sorts of things. I went to a federal college, and each time they used to abuse us, they used us to jest. You remember Greenbury? In the village master. They will never give us the role of a king. Each time they will give us the role of a houseboy, housemaid, this and that. Today, by the policy of this administration, we have handed over that industry to other Nigerians. If you go to Lagos now, you go to Abuja, you hear people saying, Ibrahim, where is my drive by Ibrahim? Hassan, get something for the governor. No longer Akpan and the guy that just take a look at what you are seeing on the screen. Take a look at what you are seeing on the screen. Oh my God, something is happening here. You know, so the people of Etimego, the day we commissioned the Etimego Road, 56 kilometers with a bridge, 4 hours after I left the place with the president, women were still sitting on the road. They could not believe it. I don't know whether Okoro is here. The brother came from Spain and sat on the road and wept. And then someone went to him and said, "Why are you weeping?" And he explained, he said that his father died in 2006. That on the deathbed, that the man said his greatest regret was that his friends would have no road to come and bury him. That how he wished the father had stayed to see the emergence of Gov Godswill Akpabio. Oh, I told people that if I wasn't contesting election, I would have voted for Gov Godswill Akpabio. I don't know how AIDN organize this function. Instead of them to allow me to come and sit down and joke with you on what God is using the government to do, they said I should come and give a speech. I'm not going to give a speech. I want to look at that picture. You see what they are seeing there? The first, the one on the left-hand side is a Etimego Road. Yes. Which one is that? Both of them. Then this other one is former entrance to government house. Then that is you know where they call to say Karamama? You know Nodo or Koita? You got to see about say Karamama? Look at it there. Look at where that man is standing. That was the say Karamama, and that was after grading by the local government. That road you are seeing was after the local government graded that road in 2008. We intervened in that road. Look at it. That one is Afabong Junction Road. This now look at where people are standing, that is where where they used to call Itam. Ekimita. Now, Senator Yesoko knows that he's one of the greatest beneficiaries of this government. Because he has the road now. It has been turned into a road way. Now, nobody thought that Ekimita could become anything. Look at it. See, oh my God, this is that New York, New York? Go back to that last one. No, New York. So in terms of infrastructure, we have been able to complete more than 211 brand new roads, urban roads. We have intervened in at least 5 federal highways, measuring as much as 188 kilometers. Now, what you are seeing on the upper right is a flyover that we named after President Goodluck Jonathan. That road is the road that is going towards the Caribbean. And you see the flyover, you stand on top, and you see the concentric circle down. When you move, I think that is flyover 3. That is flyover 3. Now, this other side here, this is the new entrance to Government House. When you are coming into Government House, the left-hand side, the down one on left is the new Government House. We have a brand new governor's residence that is comparable to the White House. And on the right-hand side of the Government House, when you are passing through the first gate, we have a place now that we are building a banquet hall, which is going to be commissioned in September, for 1,000 seating and at least 2,500 for car parks. Now, and outside that, in the Itam area, to take care of the drainage problem, we brought in a system from Copenhagen in Denmark. They call it pipe jacking system, the first underground drainage system, commissioned recently by the Vice President. And luckily commissioned it under very heavy rainfall. If you want to know whether things are changing in your state, come down when you land in Lagos, buy a ticket to Calabar. People will laugh at you. Because the airport now is in Uyo. Did you know that? Did you know that? Even the people of Cross River State are using Uyo International Airport. These things were not there before. We met an empty field that was acquired for airport. They said the job that was done was about 10%. But we worked because I did not want to know anything about glory. We are not looking for glory. I tell people that if you go to Terminal 5 in Britain, it took 25 years for them to construct Terminal 5. And I haven't seen a Prime Minister of Britain that lasted 25 years. Government builds on the foundation led by previous government. Because the underlying interest is the interest of the people. Have you been able to leave the people better than you met them? And I tell people that by the time you fly into you, 10, 20 minutes you are in your house, then I've left you better than I met you. Am I right or wrong? To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Today we have enlisted more than 1,500 acquiring people from there to do pilgrimage in Israel and other places. That has now been adopted. The airport has been adopted now as the regional hub for pilgrimage in Nigeria. Look at the runway. It's one of the longest in the country. It is the longest in the country. It's made for wide-bodied aircraft. The day one Israeli Airbus came there to carry pilgrims, the pilot was shocked. They described it as a pilot's delight. It's the only runway that has, including the center lights, that if you are coming in, it will show blue if you are well aligned. It's fine. It's fantastic. You don't worry about the weather condition when you are coming into your airport. Right now, Calabar Airport has been closed for repairs, and all cross-border people are using Calabar. Are using Uyo now. So if you go there, you don't see a place to stand. I told a story about a young acquired woman that was going to church one day in Calabar. And after dressing up with a lot of on the head, one Calabar person saw her and then reversed and